Hello, welcome to the session of Argus Safety. In previous two sessions, we have seen about the introduction of Argus Safety, how we log into Argus Safety, and other several menus like active cases and case actions in of Argus Safety. This session, we are going to talk about the worklist menus, and also we have seen about how to create a case in Argus Safety in the previous sessions. So coming to worklist is one menu where you will find the cases which are already created, which are opened and particularly in process, means that is case processing is in progress. After that, we'll have action items. If any action items are assigned to a particular case, that would be available in this worklist action item screen. And worklist contacts, any contacts in the case available in the case, that would be available in this worklist contacts. Worklist reports would talk about the reports which are available in a case that would be available in worklist reports. Bulk transmit in the sense the printing of the transmission of paper reports would come into this. Bulk print, this talks about the printing of reports in bulk for paper reports. Bulk ICSR transmit is specific to E2B transmission. And local labeling, coding status, letters in intake. So let me talk about each submenu from this work list. So let me create a case and show you how that would be visible in work list new. I'm going to create a case from case actions new. Initial receipt date, central receipt date, report type. Report type is a your type ahead field. Report type country. These all are called as type ahead fields. So that once you enter first few characters of the particular first few characters of the particular report type value, it would display what all report types are available with those first four characters as the name. So I provide the product name, description as reported, and click on continue. I'm providing medically significant as a booking criteria, that is seriousness criteria. Once all the mandatory fields are provided, book-in button is available. Click on book-in. So here the new case is available, 20 US 000969. If you want to open this case, you need to click on yes. If you don't want to open this case, click on no. When you click on no, this particular case would be available in worklist new section. Let me show you that. I'm clicking on no. Once you click on no, again the case actions new initial case entry screen would display. Look at this. Now I'm going to worklist new. Once you navigate to worklist new, a worklist page would open where all the new cases would be available. Here you might have several cases available. I don't want to see a particular case. I want to see all the cases available in the worklist new section. So I've removed the particular filter provided and I've clicked on search. So we have almost like 149 cases. How do we find out the case what we have created just now? Click on receipt date, this arrow mark available, or in that on that particular field. So this is the case what we have created just now. 20 US 000969. This is the case what is created from our end now. So you could see all these are unassigned. You can see owner name but not assigned to. Few cases we have assigned to also, but that particular user is not available now. That is the reason it's giving a star mark. So let me show you in one screen. So I've increased the page size so that all 149 cases could be viewed in a single screen. So these all are the 149. These are the 149 cases available. So once the cases are available over here, a user can accept the case from here. So say for example, I am a data entry user. So I'll click over here and select as accept case. If I click on accept case, that case would be assigned to me. Why? Because I am logged in as a faculty user and I am accepting the case. That means the case would be assigned to the faculty user. If I don't want to accept a case, but I want to assign this case to some other case processing user. In that scenario, I need to click on adjust assignment. So when you accept case, the owner name would be my name. Adjust assignment, assigned to name would be changed. Assigned to would be my name. And I can adjust the case owner also. So let me show you that. Let me filter this case with this particular case number so that there would be no confusion. So look at this. Now I am accepting the case. When I click on accept case, assigned to an owner, both are in my name as faculty. Now I am adjusting the assignment. When I'm adjusting the assignment, I am changing the user, means to which user this case need to be assigned to. I'll just assign it to some user. So we have these many users available. I've assigned to Alok Kumar. I've accepted the case. I've assigned this case to a particular user. Now I want to change the case owner. So previously I've changed the case assignment. So I want to change this case owner to Alok Kumar. So this is the way how this looks. First I've accepted the case as faculty. Later I've changed the changed the assignment. Now I've changed the case owner. So this means this case would be available for case processing from Alok Kumar. That is what this particular